Our next guest is the all-time champ on the real estate debate. Please welcome back to the orange carpet, Elizabeth Story, and her special guest, the founder of onearc.org, Albert Sanchez Jr.
Here we are. Welcome to the show. How you guys doing? Great. Well, obviously there's some major stuff going on here, Elizabeth.
Yes.
Excited to have you and Al on today. Tell us what's happening.
Well, you know, we've been talking about this project for a couple of years now, and I've been really excited about all the possibilities for it, and I'm really excited to see it come through. It's something that addresses the need for a lot of children in the community and a lot of parents in the community as well. Bringing arts and STEAM and education and bringing a lot of things to the community that the community needs. And I'm really excited about Al's vision and his passion for the project, and I'm just excited to be a part of it and help them see this dream come to reality.
Yeah, it's so neat. So, Al, tell us, this is One Arc E-Park Place, right?
Yes, that's correct. And One Arc E-Park Place is a place where kids can come and get their hands on a recording studio, the amphitheater, rehearsal studios. They can literally cut a DVD for one of their classmates. So they're going to learn all the operations of the facility.
So is this some sort of school? Is it a charter school? What type of facility is this?
We sought to go the charter school route, but what we found as educators ourselves, we had our hands tied by going the charter school route in the area of accredited teachers teaching the classes. We'd rather pull in industry experts to be teaching the kids how to run the recording studio, how to run the rehearsal studios, how to do the cinerama techniques. We want to bring in the professionals that know how to do that rather than have them learn that at school.
Interesting. So what's the impetus behind this? I know this is a model here. What made you decide to take on a project like this?
Our nonprofit Electronics Research Center has been in the research mode for approximately 15 years. So as educators, we wanted to see what they weren't doing in public school. And what we continued to see was an erosion of the arts and music in public school. So we decided to build a public facility like a museum or a library that can be funded through a tax-exempt bond. And in this case, we're looking at a project that's going to be nearing $200 million. So that's a case where San Marcos' budget, their city budget, is only $67 million. So we're bringing technology, we're bringing STEAM, as Elizabeth mentioned, science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. But what our true distinguishable fact is our E. We put an E in front of the STEAM, and we call that edutainmentology. And edutainmentology is entertainment, education, and technology. So in our 26 classes that we're going to offer, that's all rolled up together.
So how do you get $200 million? You said some sort of bond?
Right. It's a tax-exempt bond, and I have some folks in Woodland Hills, our legal department, that is working on putting this bond together with Wells Fargo. So Wells Fargo actually holds the note on this property that we're about to acquire. And the reason we would like to acquire this property is because it has an income stream already from existing buildings that are there. So these days, you don't just go build a theater and hope that the ticket sales are going to pay for the operation. It's not possible. In fact, if you look all throughout the land, arts and music are going away because they're not able to sustain themselves.
Very interesting. So you have an income property that you're essentially building onto.
Correct.
So this is going to be in San Marcos?
Yes.
Yes.
Off of San Marcos Boulevard.
How do you, Elizabeth, I'm assuming you're facilitating all this.
Yes.
I mean, how does something like that go down? Because we know a normal home purchase, there's, a stack of documents this thick.
Yeah.
I can only imagine.
It's complicated, and that's why it's been in the works for a long time, because there's different funding vehicles, and then there's occupancies and occupancy rates and holdovers on the leases and things like that. And then there's also the development aspect and getting everything approved. So it's not something that we can move as quickly as we'd like to, but we have all the right people working on it to make sure that the complicated process goes through smoothly and as quickly as we can. And it's just a lot of fun to be a part of it too, because I've always been a big fan. You know, I've come on in the past talking about similar projects in other areas of revamping communities and bringing new things to the communities and really helping children and parents. You know, I know you're a parent and I'm a parent, and it's summer. And like, for example, the challenge of what to do with your kids all summer is really hard for a lot of parents. It can be complicated. It can be difficult when you're working. It can be expensive. A facility like this that could have extended summer hours where kids could get their hands dirty, if you will, with the electronics and come and explore the facilities and learn, but at an affordable rate for parents, is really something that I'm excited about. And I know that that's a big passion for Al too, is having access, because you want to serve some of the underserved community as well.
Right.
So when do we have any idea when this will be potentially coming to fruition?
It looks like 2018 is our targeted date. And as Elizabeth mentioned, it takes a lot of paperwork, a lot of agencies to come together, and everything's progressing forward. So we think we'll be on schedule for a 2018 opening.
Yeah, I'll tell you, it's a big deal in the summer, what to do with your kids. I've seen several examples of that just out and about in the summertime.
Yes.
With parents who clearly aren't used to having their kids all day during the day.
Right, and normally it's a YMCA or that type of arrangement, but we're getting off the sports area and really sticking to the education. And we feel this will teach them life skills too to help them with a job in the future.
Well, I like the art element to it, you know, because it really is. I mean, if you go to Europe, it's a totally different ball game than here in the States. We've just sort of discounted it altogether. Whereas if you go to Spain, for example, you know, you go to a theater on any given night and it's booked, they're sold out.
Yes.
We just don't have that here. It's sort of lost because there isn't as much economy attached to it. But I think it's important for people to have things like that, because even if you are going to be a CPA one day, you still might want to play your guitar at night. That might be the one thing that really sings to your soul. So you're not going to learn that unless you go get lessons one-on-one, which are expensive, or you have the opportunity to, while you would have been at a Boys and Girls Club, for example, playing dodgeball, you could be, you could be learning how to play an instrument or learning how to make a movie or make a podcast or whatever it is, right? It sounds like you guys have everything there.
Yes, we'll have it all. And we're targeting to actually create another public broadcasting station here in San Diego.
That would be awesome.
So we have one public broadcasting station, KPBS, but there's no reason why we can't have another public broadcasting station run by the students. And so now their voice can be heard, and they can have their own news channel and all those things that come along with it. So we're really excited about that.
In my high school, we had that. We had our own television station, we had our own radio station. Totally the inspiration for me, 100%. So I have a feeling that you'll be creating more of me's out there.
Yes,
in
definitely.
the future with something like this, just because you show people how to do it and then they go, oh, okay, I can do that. Then they start to get ideas and then they start to realize, I think I could figure out how to execute that. Because without it, you really don't know. I mean, a lot of people just go and they think, well, I get a degree in sports management or a degree in broadcasting and maybe that'll get me a job, but it won't. The experience, the doing, the hands-on, that's what really does it for you. Al, what do you guys need right now? Is there anything that people who are watching this who want to support a project like this can do to help you right now?
Right now, thank you for asking. Right now we need volunteers, we need mentors. We need folks to get involved, roll their sleeves up and help us, because it's so rapidly expanding. Our limited resources from this small nonprofit that we run, about a half a dozen people made up of veterans, educators, and others that care about kids, we need more people to build these teams, because there's so many aspects of this project. For instance, if you don't get a ticket, let's say we have Carlos Santana in, and you're shut out. Well, you can go and park in the Fry's parking lot and literally see the simulcast on these big screen. Yeah. So it's like the drive-in, where you're sitting in there and you tune to 88.8, and now you're watching the concert and having a picnic out in the parking lot. So we really, as an underserved person myself, I want to capture everyone, and I want them to have an opportunity. So that's the goodies that we're building into the project.
That's awesome, Al.
Thank you.
Congratulations for you. This is a big project. Hope you success with this a whole lot.
Thank you very
Appreciate it.
much.
Elizabeth, thank you so much for bringing Al on the show today. And stick around for more Smarter San Diego TV, where we guarantee to make you smarter than everyone else, commercial free.